So thank you for coming. We're opening our first branch of Kko Kko, which is really a spin-off of the original concept that we had, which is Hulala. So we're relaunching the concept as Kko Kko, and our first branch is here at Sapphire Block in Ortigas. And of course, you know the background of Hulala. It really was my mom and I trying to make affordable, delicious, authentic Korean chicken and Korean food recipes available to the local market. And Kko Kko is kind of like a notch improved from that concept because we've realized a lot of things while we were operating Hulala, and we wanted to be more than just a restaurant that serves Korean food. We wanted it to be an exchange of culture, whether it's history of Korea or the food culture of Korea that we wanted to share with the Filipino people. So even the Hulala branch will now be renovated into Kko Kko. Of course, we're working with an atmosphere like this where you can come in with your family and friends, and you'd actually want to stay a little bit more modern than what Hulala was. But of course, the recipes of our food is the same and even better than what it used to be. Well, because we did get a lot of feedback while we were in operation that well, of course, Hulala kasi has a good ring to it. You don't really forget about it. But a lot of the mall operators and some of the buildings that we wanted to put a concept in wanted us to tweak the name only because in the English version of Hulala, it could also have not such a positive connotation. So, which is the reason why we changed it to Kko Kko. And Kko Kko really refers to chicken in Korea. It's actually the way the chicken or the rooster sounds. So that's why we named it Kko Kko. Almost everything we retained. Of course, our best sellers like the Yangnyeom chicken and the snow chicken, the cheesy melt, the padak, all those chicken recipes we've carried over and made it even better. Something that's new, I guess, instead of just doing rice topping, which is very, very common, I decided to introduce the concept of toshirak to the local market. Toshirak is really a Korean version of bento. So if there's bento in Japan, toshirak is to Korea. And it's a very, very interesting concept because unlike bento, toshirak has no divider with the rice and the egg and the side dishes and the meat. So what happens, ito, yung toshirak kasi, this was enjoyed by my parents' generation. So syempre, when they put it in their backpack, by the time it's lunch, diba nangalog na siya sa loob ng bag eh. So by the time it's lunchtime, when they open it, everything's mixed together already. So toshirak now in Korea, people intentionally shake it to enjoy that lunchbox. So that is something that I've introduced instead of just doing rice topping. And I've also introduced a very fun way to enjoying chicken, which is our chicken fondue. And it's been doing very, very well. We've only been soft open for about maybe about a month now, and the chicken fondue has been moving like crazy. Everybody loves it. It's a new way of enjoying chicken. So it's like chicken nuggets that you dip into the cheesy sauce. You'll taste it later. We're actually going to have the second one in Paseo Center before November ends. Wow. So Paseo Center will have a smaller version of this. And you can enjoy all the Kko Kko delicious items in Makati as well.
What's the specific theme that you wanted to actually do when you rebranded Kko Kko?
I wanted it to be more modern. I wanted it to attract not just the young people, but also families and even people who might just want to enjoy chicken and beer. And chimek culture has been coming into the Philippines as well. I mean, chimek in Korea is huge. Everybody's enjoying chimek. Chimek is really chicken and beer, and that's a very Korean thing. And it's made such a wave in China, in Japan, even in Thailand, and in the Philippines. It's been slowly getting introduced, although it's not as big as those other countries yet. Definitely, it is going there. So I really conceptualized the interior to be more inviting and more warm and modern. The recipes are still from my mom and with a chef that I'm working with. Of course, we do a lot of research as well. And Kko Kko, I simplified the menu, carried over the original recipes of my mom still, and improved on it a little bit more, and infused a lot of the culinary dining experience that's happening in Seoul right now to Kko Kko. My mom is always involved. My mom is behind every food item that gets served here has to be approved. Tatak mommy Lee kailangan. Kung hindi, wala. Well, we are working with a lot of malls. Aside from Kko Kko, I do have a couple of more restaurants coming up, and UP Town Center. I'm putting up a Korean barbecue restaurant. It's called Kko Kko. Of course, you'll be invited up as well. So Kko Kko is a traditional charcoal grill restaurant. It will be in UP Town Center in Katipunan. And then I have another restaurant that is under construction now. It will finish very soon. It's called Nikuya. It's a charcoal grill shabu shabu Japanese wagyu place. So I'm a part owner of Buta Wagyu, which already exists, and it's been there for about a year now in SM Aura. So Nikuya is kind of it's a spin-off of Buta Wagyu. So it's a little bit cheaper, and this is a charcoal and shabu shabu concept. And of course, Atelier Vivanda, which is my most well-known restaurant, which is in Port Bonifacio. Of course, that's a French bistro. And Kko Kko, hopefully our target really is to be able to open 8 branches by next year. And my project manager is looking at me like, you need to
Like a hawk.
Yeah, so we already have 3 branches that is already set. So we're choosing 5 more locations, and hopefully before this time next year, we'll have 8 branches that are operational. I like both. I mean, really, if you talk about Korean food, right? I mean, say yangnyeom chicken, and that's an authentic Korean recipe. I don't think I will ever touch that and put anything else to make it even better, because that is an experience on its own. But then I introduce something like chicken fondue, and that is definitely a fusion. That is French and Italian fusion, because you got a lot of cheese elements going on. But that is such a hit. That has been such a hit with us. So I enjoy that tremendously as well. So it's like, you know, comparing orange and apple. I enjoy both. I don't know which one I like more. Oh, you know, I love, because everything is so special to me, because every single item on the menu I researched with my mom and came up with a recipe with my mom, and we've tweaked it along the way to make it what it is today. I mean, when Hulala first opened, we had a lot of problems about the consistency, and consistency is always the most important part. And consistently good, diba? Kailangan. Well, not just my favorite, because I'll be biased, but our best seller is the snow chicken. We call it the snow chicken, and even in Korea, snow chicken is pretty big among women, especially. A lot of women seems to love it, and a lot of children. It comes in 2 flavors. My favorite is cheese. But if you are a big fan of spicy, go with the fire chili, because kahit ako, isang piraso lang, sobrang hindi ko na kaya. But we have Filipino customers who come in here and finish the whole chicken of it. You know, the nice thing about our concept, and that's why it gives me confidence that we can grow as a franchise, is because everybody seems to find something to love about our place. And it's so affordable. That's usually the feedback I get from people. Na parang, alam mo, kumain kami ng buong pamilya ko, below 2,000 yung bill namin. Tuwang-tuwa sila. Because, you know, nowadays, it can be expensive to dine out.
Yes.
Especially in an atmosphere like this. And that was my purpose for Kko Kko, is to be really good Korean food, really good Korean chicken, but very affordable in a nice ambiance. Please visit us at Kko Kko. Our first branch is here at Sapper Block, Ortigas Center, Pasig City. I assure you, you will have a fantastic dining experience with your friends and family when you are with us here at Kko Kko. So I hope to see you soon. And when you're here, don't forget to leave me a message via our board. Thank you.